ultimate Muathe breakout now goes old school. Let's go back and take a look at some of the best moving stocks, at least an example of them. Most of the stocks that did well in the 90s and the 80s, some of them don't exist anymore, but we're going to just take a look at some common names that still exist. And remember, Apple Computers was also one of the good movers, or one of the bigger movers in the 80s, and this is a 1980 to 1990 monthly chart, and the only time the stock had a major run in the 80s based on this chart is this move right here, right? That move, let's call it from about 86, 87 time period, and we want to go back and see whether the ultimate Muathe breakout could have got you in the stock at the time. First and foremost, there's a very clear entry point there. Take a look at what the RSI was doing. RSI was breaking out to all-time highs and also breaking out above 69.10. That was enough to move the stock from about $4.50 all the way to about $14, give or take. Very nice move. And there was also another entry point. The stock had just started trading, so we can say RSI moving to all-time highs even in that period as the stock was moving here. That was still giving us entry points on the RSI principle, making all-time highs. But for the purpose of this video, we want to take a look at absolute breakouts, and there's an absolute breakout there. And by the way, guys, important to note, I need to take a second here to explain something here, because the stock market is not linear and it's very volatile, and things happen that are reality. Take a look at this monthly closing high there. So you set yourself an alert for the stock to be a buy the next time it breaks out above that level. But notice what happens. There was a failed attempt this month here to break out, and that's reality. But because a breakout fails, and maybe you get stopped out, maybe you decide to own the stock even after a failed breakout, which is not a good idea. But the idea is readjust your buy point. So whatever the highest monthly closing high, if it's this is now the new highest monthly close, then you set your alert for the next time the stock breaks out above that monthly closing high. And after that failed attempt here, mid 86, that failed breakout attempt there, eventually the stock had a very nice breakout, as you can see, slashing above that monthly closing high there and taking off. RSI doing what it needs us to do. And let's see what the MACDs were doing. I expect the MACDs to have been on fire too. As you can see, that breakout took place here, and one of our MACDs was already trading at all-time high. So the ultimate Muathe breakout is also, or is, old school legit. Let's move to the next idea here. IBM was one of the major movers in the 80s. This is the decade-long monthly chart for IBM. Of course, there's a very nice entry point here. In fact, the only time IBM had a major consistent move was this period here, right? Based on the chart. And why? Because it's the only time we had a nice ultimate Muathe breakout. Ultimate Muathe breakout there gives you an entry into a stock when the stock is most opportune to move. So not only is it a good indicator, it gets you in a stock when it is the most powerful period to own the stock. And so IBM would break out there in 1982 from about $14 and go as high as 28. So you doubled your money there. And those also incremental moves here, but they were not as accelerated moves as, because we did not get fresh breakouts in terms of the ultimate Muathe breakout. So even in the 80s, and you can see that the MACD was also breaking out here during that 1982 breakout, was breaking out right there. All right, let's take a look at another here. It is for Walmart. Walmart was a good mover in the 80s. Take a look at this period here. It's not overbought, it's a sign of strength, okay? And this was enough to move the stock from, remember this is split adjusted, so we're talking cents all the way. Very big move anyway, at any rate, very big move there. And you see that there was many ultimate Muathe entry points. This breakout there in 95 or 85, this breakout there corresponds to a move above 69.10, which is one of our requirements. There was another breakout here, late 95 again, corresponds to another move above 69.10. There was a breakout here which briefly worked in 97 before the crash here. There was an entry point there. RSI was also above 69.10. Multiple entry points. There was another entry point somewhere there. Not very nice entry point because the stock didn't go anywhere for a while. But ultimately, when the stock made a 3-year high there, so the ultimate Muathe breakout only became achieved here in 1990, which is this breakout here. So interestingly enough, these breakouts here are not very successful here or here. Nothing really moved. It's only until we get a 3-year high, on 3-year high there on the monthly RSI, that Walmart becomes a nice moving stock there, and it breaks out and really takes off. So if we take a look at the MACDs in those time periods, we see that the breakout in 95, we're going to take a look at the MACD in 95, again 95, again 80, 87, and also 1990. So we're going to take a look at those on the MACDs, and we see that in 95 here, we see the MACDs making an all-time high. 96 breakout there, also 96, 95, MACD breaking out all-time highs. 1990, take a look at 1990, another breakout to all-time highs. So yes, the ultimate Muathe breakout also gave you a 3-year high in the 1990 breakout on these MACD settings. So the ultimate Muathe breakout, we can see that when we go back and look at history, also has the legitimacy of giving you nice entry points when the stock is on fire. So let's take a look at some ideas here. Let's go back and take a look at, now we are looking at Walmart in the 90s, and Walmart had a nice, the only two periods in this chart where Walmart is moving, the only two periods is this period here, right? Nice move, and there's another move here. So there are only two powerful moves. So we need to go back and check if the ultimate Muathe breakout was being met, and I can guarantee you they were. Notice a 3-year high there in 97. So the ultimate Muathe breakout on the RSI is achieved during this breakout here, or you can even say a breaking out to 52-week highs here. Right there, you have the RSI breaking out. So just before Walmart had a big move, the ultimate Muathe breakout was there. Again, we have other multiple breakouts, like we had a breakout here, a small breakout there, a breakout there after 1 month of rest, a breakout there after a couple months of rest. And in each instant, take a look at the RSI was already trading above 69.10, which is another requirement. So we had multiple entry points in Walmart, but the major one was this entry point here when the RSI moved above 3-year highs. And so that was in 97. Let's go check and see what the MACDs were doing in 97. And the MACDs would not disappoint, because in 97 we have this period here, the MACD moving to 3-year highs, which is there. So minimum requirement number 1 is met, and number 2 is met with the MACDs now, and also 3-year highs there. Hope that is, oops, let me draw that again. We get basically even the MACDs were meeting the minimum requirements. So this research that I've done over the years, that the MACDs and the RSIs have to be aligned if you're going to make money, is legit. And I know it is legit. I've worked on this principle and studied this for a long time. So let's take a look at the other move. The other only time that this stock really moves is when it broke out here in late 2011. Take a look at that breakout, which would also be that point there which is very close to a 3-year high on the MACD. On the RSI, price is breaking out, RSI breaking out there, 3-year highs. And also we see that there's a 3-year that is late to 2011. See whether one of our requirements is met here. Well, the MACD was not primed, so we can say this was not a very good breakout because that was not a 3-year high. The brown line was getting close. So Walmart, even in this time period, to me was not the most powerful looking chart, even though it's moved it significantly relative to its historical move. So not very successful. Actually, I noticed something when I was looking at this chart is there was another ultimate Muathe breakout here in 08. See that breakout there? 3-year highs, breaking out of this range. But even this one was not successful. It only moved the stock for a couple of months from about $43 somewhere there all the way to 55. I mean, you didn't lose money, but it wasn't a very good breakout. And then you want to get out of the stock when it comes back and breaks below this line. So that blue line, lots of information here. I know I can't talk about everything in one video, but let me point out something here. So the stock is a buy when the RSI breaks out to 3-year highs. But you want to be careful and get out if the RSI fails to hold. For example, it failed to hold that blue line there, so that was a sell point. So that's why you would have sold the stock somewhere here in the 50s. You would not have lost money. You are expecting a bigger move. Nothing really happened. But now extend the blue line. Extend the blue line there, and the next time the stock moved above that level here, stock was a buy, and you would have been able to enjoy a move from 50s all the way to about 80s, but not the biggest mover. Other stocks were doing better. Let's go to the next one here. And now this is Dell. Now Dell had a big move in the 90s. And I know this is kind of like I should go back and really concentrate on this period on the chart, but it doesn't matter. So we see Dell moving here from a split adjusted price. I'm assuming from about $1, $2. It's one of the major movers in the tech boom. Under $1 split adjusted all the way to 55. I mean, I don't even know what the percentage there was, but you see multiple entry points, entry point there, entry point there, breakout here, failed breakout attempt here. Bottom line is, take a look at what the RSI was doing during this breakout here. I just want to show you that the ultimate Muathe breakout has passed the test of backtesting. It is backtesting certified. 95 breakout. You know what? Give me a second here. Let me concentrate on that 90s period. Give me a second. Let me adjust my. So this is Dell in the 90s. And we are talking about this breakout here. That breakout there in about 96, middle of 96, was taking place with an all-time high breakout there on the RSI. So even the RSI was giving us an all-time high. It's already above 69.10. Very strong moving stock. Not surprisingly, it would go on to be one of the best movers in the late 90s. We have another breakout there, which is this RSI breakout. Take a look at this, what is traditionally called overbought, at about price of split adjusted in the single dollar area, $1 there. And the next time the stock would move back below 69.10, which is here, the stock had moved from this price level and was trading somewhere around the 40s when it came out of this blue area here where money is made. This is where you make money. Do not be afraid of stocks that are doing this. This is a sign of power. Okay? And Dell gave you multiple entry points. Entry point there, breakout. Entry point there, failed breakout. Set the new breakout alert for this monthly closing high. So this one fails. Don't worry. Set the new entry point as this monthly closing high there. The next time the stock breaks out, you want to be a buyer, which is there. Bam! A buyer there after 1 month of rest. Bam! A buyer here. Bam! A buyer here. Bam! So, ultimate Muathe breakout, Let's take a look at what the MACDs were doing. And of course the MACDs met the minimum requirements in 95, 96, making multi-year highs there, multi-year highs there. So everything was in place for this stock to move well. Let's take a look at the next one on the list here. And we're taking a look at Yahoo. Yahoo was one of the major movers in the 90s. We're talking about 7,000% gain. Take a look at where the RSI was trading. Pretty much in this general area, from a price split adjusted of about $2-3, maybe less, all the way to 120. And in all this time period, take a look at where the RSI was trading. So if you want an illustration that overbought is not overbought, it is sign of power, take a look at this period where the RSI was generally above 70 or 69. Take a look at how that was strong enough to move the stock from this period of about here, whoop, to there. But in every instance, I want to show multiple entry points for Yahoo. Multiple entry points there with the RSI breaking out to all-time highs. Another entry point with an RSI breaking out to all-time highs somewhere here, which was this breakout. And another breakout would come down the road here. Why? The RSI moved back below 69.10. So an entry point here with this breakout here. And I can guarantee you the MACDs were still doing what they needed to do. The MACDs were breaking out here during this breakout. So everything was in place. MACDs were trending to all-time highs here in the 1997-98 period, when the stock was giving you multiple entry points. So the ultimate Muathe breakout was good. It is certified also for the tech bubble. If you wanted to own the best stocks during the late 90s tech rally, the ultimate Muathe breakout could have been there for you, holding your hand, telling you this is where we're going to be making money. I want to take a look at, so this is Yahoo in this period here, at a nice run. The next other move comes here, when you can see there was a 3-year high there, breakout there in 04, which is this breakout here, or late 2003, somewhere here, which is this breakout there, enough to move the stock from about 18 all the way to $40. So you double your money in about 1 year there, because you use the ultimate Muathe breakout to re-enter the stock after a 3-year high there. The next breakout is here. This breakout here to 3-year highs, multi-year highs, was this entry point here of about what, 18? I don't know what that price level was, but somewhere around there was a breakout on the monthly chart, which corresponds to an RSI breakout to multi-year levels. And in each instance, that even the MACDs during the recent Yahoo run made a 3-year high minimum, and also a push above zero for the first time in many years. Right there, breakout there. So this recent move in Yahoo makes sense. Why? Because it meets the ultimate Muathe breakout, and that's why I issued an alert for subscribers somewhere around here when the stock was breaking out here, which would have been consistent with this RSI breakout. So officially I gave an alert there for subscribers. The stock been doing well since that level there, so no surprise. Take a look at one more. This is JDSU, one of the best movers. Believe it or not, the stock was up 28,000%. I'm not kidding. Yep, you're reading this right, in the 90s. And hold on a second. So I want to show you this article here, and this is Los Angeles Times here. While I was doing research for this stock, and of course, even though it takes a long time to come up with these examples, I know it seems like it's just, but it's a lot of work. But when I was doing research for this JDSU example that I'm about to show you, this is an article that was written, and this is what it says here. Oops, let me get that right. You read that there, it says, including stocks that began trading in this decade, the list of top performing issues of the 90s changes somewhat given the hot performances of many new issues. Shares of telecom equipment, JDSU Uniface Corporation, for example, were up 228,000%. American Online was up 70,000%. And I think I don't know whether I can be able to pull up a chart for AOL, but JDSU that I'm about to show you was up 28,000. I don't even know that is how that can be true, but it is true. Haha. All right, let's go back to that period. All right, just bear with me here. We're about to end this video. Don't relax. JDSU, was the ultimate Muathe breakout gonna help you on this stock? Let's see. First and foremost, I'm trying to teach you never to be scared of stocks that are trading in this general area. Why? Because we are talking about being available to own part, not all of it, but at least part of this move. 28,000%. I don't even know how that can be realistic. But anyway, let's take a look at the most recent breakouts here in the late 90s. Breakout there, a breakout there. You see, after 1 month of rest there's a red bar right there, which is 1 month of rest, and a breakout. Bam! Entry point there above 69.10. So yes, the ultimate Muathe breakout is being fulfilled. Let's take a look at that breakout was about beginning of or late 1998, and I know for a fact that the ultimate Muathe breakout never disappoints. Take a look at the MACD breaking out there in late 1998. So one of the MACDs was meeting our minimum requirements, and notice during the biggest move of the stock, the MACDs all broke out to all-time highs. Breakout to all-time highs there, breakout to all-time highs there. Take a look at what the stock did after that. Ultimate Muathe breakout. Okay, the ultimate Muathe breakout is for real. So that concludes this look back into the 80s, 90s, or some of the best performing stocks. I know even if I could find the other best performing stocks in that period, they still would have met the ultimate Muathe breakout. Eric Muathe, bringing you the best research I can think of so I can prepare you for today's best performing stocks. If you want me to do the research for you, subscribe to my website and I shall be able to introduce you to today's most powerful ideas. Good luck as always. Continue believing in the technical analysis. Eric Muathe, take care. I am out. Mwah.